I believe this is a free country. And I think that people who have deep and profound dysphoric experiences of their own body should be free to identify as the opposite sex as adults. But I also think that, a lot of the interventions offered to trans-identifying teenagers are going to be remembered as dangerous pseudoscience that did damage. If that's my position, and it is my position, right? Do you feel like that position can coexist with basic American liberties for transgender Americans? Or do you need to win? Like, do you need to sort of have my position ruled out of bounds to feel like you've made America safe for trans-identifying youth?
Well, I certainly don't think your position should be ruled out of bounds. I don't want you to not have the position that you have that's core to, what you see and experience in the world.
Well, no, but you'd like to talk me out of it at least,
of course,
right?
I would, but
okay.
I also don't think it's. I mean, I guess what does it mean to be out of bounds? Like, I would like to persuade you. Right. I think that, and I'm here. I'm an adult. My job is to talk to people who disagree with me. So I don't feel profoundly threatened by it. I think it's a matter of scale too, because when you have hundreds of millions of dollars going into telling a story to the American people that 1% of the population is a threat, that does have an impact. That does make people feel unwelcome in the American promise. To feel like that this every time there's an election, the entirety of political ad spending will be spent on saying that we are a threat, that we need to not be part of the fabric of society. That is how it's interpreted for a lot of people. And I understand that because we don't have the capital to respond in any meaningful way to that type of ad spending. So I think part of what I experience that people say is upsetting and dangerous at times and alienating to young people is the magnitude. And I think a lot of us wish we could just be ignored, and that the amount of resources that have gone into putting a spotlight on us is something that I think is greatly disproportionate and very harmful. And so that's one thing. And then as to sort of what you asked about your position and it being out of bounds, I do think that banning healthcare for minors when it's recommended by their doctors and consented to by their parents and preventing us from getting more scientific information about it, I think that violates the Constitution, and I do think it's harmful.